Did you follow that? And doesn't that make you trust you more? Doesn't it make you trust what's in the vortex more? Doesn't it make you feel right place, right time? Doesn't it make you feel more sure of who you are? And doesn't it make you eager about finding what's next? We don't spend a lot of time wanting to convince you of the goodness of your vortex. But today, we want to do that. We want you to feel the absence of hatred and the non-existence of fear and the absence of harm. And we want you to feel the presence of love, such a word, the presence of stability, the presence of clarity, the presence of knowing, the presence of well-being, the presence of more, the promise of satisfaction, the promise of exhilaration, the promise of passion, the promise of understanding, the promise of all that you consider to be good, that you couldn't even begin to perceive if you weren't willing to step outside of it a little bit sometimes. How could you even know that? How could you create that if you weren't willing to participate in something that was not only that? We're asking you, could expansion exist with non-physical energy only? Or is your human form right here in this time-space reality essential to the expansion of this universe? Essential to the expansion of this universe. So it's time for you to stand in your place with appreciation of whatever part you're playing in whatever moment in time, and to stop looking for reasons to pinch yourself off from the value that you are offering to the whole. Because it doesn't matter if you're in step 1, or if you're aware of step 2, or if you're participating in step 3, or if you've mastered it and are in step 4, or if you're in step 5 where you're back in step 1 and you're just feeling fine about all of that. It doesn't matter what part you're playing in any moment in time in this creative process, as long as you've got the big picture. And we think you do. We think you've got the big picture. We think that you now understand your place in this universe. And now that you've got your place, do you think you've got your place? Can you feel your place? And can you feel it? Did you feel it a little bit as we were describing it? Can you feel it? Can you feel that right now, as you are looking at your place, maybe in your moment of disconnection, can you feel no feeling whatsoever of condemning yourself? Can you feel the appreciation of yourself, even if you're in a step 1 moment? Well, if that just happened to you, then you began, maybe just now, looking at the world through the eyes of Source. You began understanding why Source doesn't get all bent out of shape when you're off your game, and why you can even feel negative emotion. The fact that you can ever even feel some negative emotion is because you have the free will and the love of Source to establish that perspective which matters. Everything about creation is about the subject of relativity. It's about the subject of relationship, one thing to another. And the most significant thing about deliberate creation, of which you are all about, is the relativity between what is now and what is more. Your ability to perceive now, and your ability to expect more, and then your ability to acknowledge more, and your ability to slightly remember when there was less, that relativity is essential to your satisfaction in your motion forward. If you did not have the ability to understand a time and space, and if you did not have the ability to understand before and now and next, if all of these abilities to perceive yourself, if you did not have this capacity to understand all of that, there could be no satisfaction. So satisfaction comes from your personal movement through time, not judged or compared to anyone else. It's your personal satisfaction as you move not through time. Time is one form of measuring it, but is as you continue to evolve. So when you came into this physical body, you were so happy with who you are. knowing that who you are would expand. And that was the thing that rang your bells the most, you see. And so what we're saying to you is that as you're willing to play with each other and have experiences with some who clearly have decided, maybe for this moment only or forever, every moment that you ever have with them, not to line up and be just the way you would like them to be in order for you in this moment to feel just fine about how they are, that those rascally rascals are those who give you the most what you call trouble, are those that are fulfilling for you the greatest peace in the reason that you exist, which is your eternal nature, which is your expansion. So your triad of intentions said, I will go forth with such freedom that no one will be able to become my point of attraction. No one can think for me. No one can get inside my vibration and vibrate for me. I am so free that I can choose fresh air and freedom or bondage and confinement. I'm so free that I can choose bondage, but freedom is that which I am. Me and everybody else. Every piece of consciousness has the freedom to be. And expansion is the inevitable, eternal result of mine and everyone else's existence. It's just going to be. But the satisfaction factor is mine to focus upon. And here's how it all ties together. You are source energy who understands your perfection and who understands that in that perfection there is more. So it seems like a little bit of a paradox. How can I be perfect as I am if I'm still in the process of becoming more? How is it that source energy, who knows for sure, probably more clearly than I do standing here in my physical body, how is it the source energy understands the eternal nature of our being? How is it that source energy can be completely without lackful consciousness? How can source energy know unequivocally in the expansion of this universe? And we say, because of those like you who keep exploring and refining and defining and deciding. And then as source focuses upon your decisions, the expansion of the universe occurs. And how is the expansion of the universe known? How is it known? You manifest it. You manifest it. This is what we've been saying to you when we say, if you knew how much you wanted to be in these bodies, you wouldn't all the time be trying to get out of them. Your satisfaction comes from your living lives that make you in the trenches, so to speak. Acknowledge that this could be better about our planet, and this could be better about my personality, and this could be better about this food that I'm eating, and this could be better about the way we feel, and this could be better, and this could be better, and this could be better, and this could be better. This could be better. So what we're saying to you, it's in your discovery of what could be better that you then find satisfaction. So here's the piece that trips you up. You want to find satisfaction. You want what is to always and only please you, human beloveds, instead of understanding that in the things that don't please you, you will launch a rocket of desire of more, that as you move toward it, then you will find your satisfaction. Did that all come together for you? It's all so good. And it's all just what you had planned. And it's all so working out for you. And we've offered, oh, so far too many words in these hours that we've been together. Life is not a complicated thing because you've long ago set it into motion. There is a momentum of success that is inevitable. And you may as well just give in to it. You may as well just accept. You may as well just surrender into the complete understanding that you are goodness personified. And that others are as well. And you may just as well begin now to enjoy their differences as the value that they offer to you, rather than this excuse that you use to keep yourself apart from your own conscious awareness of your own expansion in this moment. Because in your every moment, you are expanding. The question is, do you know it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? So next time someone is giving you a particularly hard time, just kiss them and say to them, oh, thank you for this expansion. When someone's just after you and condemning you and just certain that you are the scum of the earth, say to them, I love you so much, for through your eyes I know who I am. Expanding, becoming, becoming, becoming.